like, and now that I even know more about the story behind the box, makes it so much more special. And that is why the women that you'll be attracting through this is really people just like you, like people that loves to give, people that wants to give with a difference, and that wants to be remembered for that as well. Because it is, like you said, sometimes we get a gift, it's meant well, but it goes somewhere that we don't really need. And where if you can give someone something that comes from the heart, and it's, you know, they will need this for a specific purpose, it just has such a greater impact. But yeah, please continue. So what are you doing today? Like, are you still hosting the parties, or is it just the box?
So, well, when I go back to starting with the box, so when I created the box, to give you a little bit more detail of it, and I'll get to where I've transitioned into some other things with it, is that I remember sitting at my desk and thinking, okay, I need to have, what is it we do when we have these parties, right? Like, how do I capture that feeling in the box? And I was like, okay, so we sparkle in our accessories when we go out. So if we're going to have a girls' night out and we're going to dinner, we're going to sparkle. We love to sparkle. Then I love music. You'll see me get up in my videos and just dance and tell people, just get up and move. Because music it's universal. And it makes everybody feel good. So, you know, we're there and we're like, that's my jam. Yay. And then you indulge, right? We've got our wine. We got our little bites. And so that's what we do when we get together. We're having that dinner. We all love our wine and things like that. And then we laugh. And that's part of the medicine. And then on top of that is we exhale. So we're laughing, we're cracking up, but then we're also like, yes, girl, oh my gosh, that's it. And I sat at my desk and I literally wrote that out. Like, what are the things? And I looked, and lo and behold, I was like, girl, that spells smile. Oh my gosh, that's what we do. Hence, that's what it says. This box is to make you sparkle, move, indulge, laugh, and exhale. Smile. So it says, girl, smile. I'm here.
Yeah. I have goosebumps going here. Really, Sondra, I've had goosebumps. That is so amazing. You see, it's like it's all aligned. It's so meant to be. The universe was sending you those messages over and over and over. It's amazing.
I would tell you, I would go, I have a little beach place, just a little condo at about 2 hours from here, and I would just sit there and go, okay, tell me, what am I doing? And it doesn't happen, and I keep saying it's been evolving, and like, you have these aha moments that go, oh, thank you, okay. And so now what I do is make sure what's in the box, there are 5 items, something to make you sparkle. So it might be a bling bracelet, you know, it could be, like I have these Athena bracelets you put on, just a little touch of sparkle, put on something to make you move. So that could be something to do with exercise, something to do with music, something to do with, you know, these, I have Pinch Vision. I use these kits that, you know, this is called a summer kit. This is in my burning down the house box. It's got a fan that you stick to your phone because you're but just something that has to do with anything that makes you move. So it could help you with your travel and that. And indulge, I partner with these ladies, these marshmallow ladies, and I put these in all the boxes, and they're infused with cocktail flavors. So Moscato, Sangria, bourbon, mojito. It's burned off, so it's not alcohol when it gets in the box, but it gives you that flavor, and it's just enough just to indulge. I'll stick it in my little baggie, get my little indulge. And then something to make you laugh. So there's something, and it can be from a Malicious Woman candle that says, you know, I told my therapist about you, infused with regrets and copays, or, you know, or a makeup bag that says, Netflix swing 6 minutes, be afraid, be very afraid. That's burning, that's menopause. So there's lots of things that you just have around that just make you laugh. And then the last thing is exhale. And that can be from Spongel sponges, which I fell in love with, which have the infused lotion already. I don't use anything else in the shower. I have this company, I found this company called Island Candle, and it's a candle that melts and it becomes a lotion. And you dip that out and put it, not only lotion, ladies, but if you got a partner, it's a massage. It's so good. Just saying. So I go to trade shows, and if it doesn't make me like go, oh my God, my girls need to try this, I'm not buying it. So that's what the box is filled with. And I made sure, and then we created cards. So we created I have 18 different sayings, you know, from I'll take a bullet for you, not like in the head, but maybe the leg, maybe. So, you know, just, or one card just says, this sucks. This sucks, enough said. So that's a lot of times, you just need your girl to say, girl, this sucks. That's all I needed you to say. You know, there's cards for any event, any kind of thing that we're going through. So the whole idea is that you pick a card and you just type in there what you want, and I handwrite it. We don't handwrite notes. We handwrite on the card. And that way when they get it, you know, and it's very detailed. I've got cards that will tell them this is the burning down the house. It tells them, girl, if you got to go in the closet, go in the closet because this is just for you. You know what I mean? That way it's trying to be as personal as they can.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Sondra, everything about this is just absolutely special. Really, I absolutely love it. I'm going to try and get all my groups where I'm in to promote this for you. Really, it is such a special thing. I think every true girlfriend wants to spoil another girlfriend this way. Really, it is so beautiful. Just explain to us quickly now, how did you do the transition? How are you still doing both? I mean, obviously with COVID, it's been a little bit different, but yeah.
So, I just launched in November, and so that was kind of a bad time. It's Christmas, and this really wasn't a Christmas box. I mean, it's really, you know, my themes are like breakup or badass BFF or just for something, right? But I didn't have time at that. I wasn't in advance enough to create like a Christmas gift kind of thing. But then came Galentine's, right? Biggest like girlfriend day of the year. So I was like, well, wait a second. What I need to do is throw what I know is to be, when you can't be there in person, show up with the box. But if you can, be there in person. And I love throwing events. So I rented my community center. I happen to live right on a main highway that's access between DC and Baltimore area. And I created a girls' night out. So we called it the Girlfriend Therapy Pop-Up. And we sold tickets. And I had had like 50 ladies. We sold tickets. We had a female comedian. We had a female DJ. We had brunch, you know, indulged items. We had a mimosa bar. And when I tell you, we had the best time. So that's the Girlfriend Therapy Pop-Up. So that keeps that passion of me bringing women together. And I'd like to be known in the DC area to do those kind of things. Now, of course, that was the one and done right there before COVID. I was set to do one for Mother's Day called Party Like a Mother. But we'll get back to that. So then now hits COVID, and I'm thinking, who's going to buy a bot? Like, who's going to, oh gosh. But then I kept watching the news, and I'm seeing nurses pleading and crying and working around the clock. And I thought, oh my God, we need to thank them. We need to give them a moment. So I thought, well, I had a friend call me and go, I really have a best friend who's a nurse, and oh my gosh, she's working around. I said, I can create a box. And I went back in my office and I created what I called the Be Still box. And it was just items to just, you know, to make you feel like this is your moment. When you get a moment, just to grab that glass of wine and use these items to be still. And I put it on a really almost close to cost at the time because I just wanted it to get out. I felt like it was my part as charity to like help people get out. And that resonated. And then immediately I realized, oh my God, we're coming up to Mother's Day and the malls are closed and no one can do anything. So it was like the wheels just started spinning, and I created the beautifully made Mother's Day box. And it went, and I was like, whoa, this is happening. You know, so it's funny because I was sitting in my office and I had like 30 boxes going on at one time. And I just sat there going, okay, this is good. This is that moment it's going to feel like when I blow up and I can't do this anymore in the office. Let me just savor that moment. I know this is about to go away, but let me remember this for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's so special. That is the truth. Like you said, you have to sometimes just stop because you have to remember those moments. Because Sondra, you are going to blow up. You are going to be huge. This time next year, I'm going to have you back on the show, and you're going to be somewhere else in a warehouse showing me the rows of blue boxes. It is going to be absolutely amazing. Tiffany's not going to know what hit them with your blue boxes. So I am so stoked for you. Let me know just if, because you had to make such changes in your business, is there maybe a tip that you can share with the ladies out there, how to try and stay creative, how to try to keep that light burning even when it's really tough, out of a business point of view? Is there something that you can share with us?
Well, you know, I have to remind myself of the person I was when I was young. And this is the one thing. There are many days I wake up and fear at this age of the game. I'm 50 years old. And the problem is you have 50 years of knowledge and experiences. And fear is a killer. And I get up and there's days that I can tell myself, there's no sales in sight. I can't do this, whatever. And then I have to say, wait a second. When I was 21, I got up, I didn't fear, and I took on major CFO, C-level jobs without even knowing I had the knowledge to do it, but I knew I was smart enough to figure it out. And I was like, I rose to the top because I didn't fear. And fear is what breaks us down, and it stops us. And I was just doing an interview the other day, and I was like, I was listening to Will Smith, and he said, the greatest thing is what's on the other side of fear. So I think fear has a lot to do with whether you're getting on live or, you know, because this. And so when you talk about get on your live shows and just be live, try to do something that is fun for you. So I love dancing. I'm a big hip hop, old school girl. So for me to do this, I just said, okay, fine. I get up in the mornings and I put on my music and I just dance. And that's how I do some cardio. So one day I just turned the video on and I filmed it. And then I looked at it and I was like, okay, I'm just going to post that. And people love it. And so that's how I started getting out there live, because find something you love to do and let that get out there. And so those are kind of the things I would say to help you, because this whole technology world is completely different than my CFO world. I didn't do I've had to teach myself all of this. It's exhausting. Yeah. It's exhausting. Well, I'm lying. But, you know, you use those moments where I sold one box and I got the feedback about, oh my God, how much it made her feel, and just keep that testimony near you to remind you that there's trillions of people out there. And maybe I didn't sell a box today, but there are trillions of people, and I'm going to I just need the word to just get out. It'll get there.
Yes, that is so true. And I love that you've mentioned about putting up those names of people that have loved you, that do get benefits from what you do.